Hello, and welcome to SigmaXL video tutorials. In this video, we'll demonstrate the power of definitive screening designs using a 6-factor cake-bake experiment. 3-level definitive screening designs, or DSDs, were introduced by Jones and Nasham with the following desirable properties. The number of required runs is only one more than twice the number of factors. Unlike Resolution 3 designs, main effects are completely independent of 2-factor interactions. As a result, estimates of main effects are not biased by the presence of active 2-factor interactions, regardless of whether the interactions are included in the model. Unlike Resolution 4 designs, 2-factor interactions are not completely confounded with other 2-factor interactions, although they may be correlated. Unlike Resolution 3, 4, and 5 designs with added center points, all quadratic effects are estimable in models comprised of any number of linear and quadratic main effects terms. With 6 through at least 12 factors, the designs are capable of estimating all possible full quadratic models involving 3 or fewer factors with very high levels of statistical efficiency. Note that this assumes sparsity of effects. DSDs accommodate both continuous and 2-level categorical factors, providing versatility for a wide range of applications. Montgomery adds, these designs are an excellent compromise between Resolution 3 fractions for screening and small RSM designs. They also admit the possibility of moving directly from screening to optimization using the results of a single experiment. With only a small number of experimental runs, we'll identify the critical factors influencing cake quality and even explore quadratic effects, allowing us to transition quickly from screening to optimization. We will begin with the creation of an unrandomized 6-continuous factor definitive screening design to be able to clearly view the design run details. Click SigmaXL, Design of Experiments, and under Advanced Design of Experiments, select Definitive Screening Designs. Select Number of Continuous Factors equals 6. Uncheck Randomized Runs and Fraction of Design Space FDS plots. Keep the remaining options unchanged from the defaults. Click OK. Notice the structure of the design. Runs 1 and 2 have factor A set to 0, and factors B to F are fold-over pairs. This pattern is repeated for each factor. Run 13 is a center point. Now we'll create the 6-factor cake-bake design. Click Recall SigmaXL dialog. The response variable is cake quality score, composite of texture, rise, and taste on 1 to 7 scale, judged by a sensory panel. The goal is to identify the most influential factors and to maximize the cake quality. The factor levels are displayed on screen. Enter the factor names and level settings as shown. Check Randomize Runs and Randomize Center Points. Select Seed, Base, with a value of 12. Enter the response name as Quality. Clicking OK will generate the definitive screening design worksheet. This design was run with 13 recipes to produce the cakes, and the quality scores were recorded. The data is given in the file DSD 6-factor cakebake.xlsx. Click SigmaXL, Design of Experiments, and under Advanced Design of Experiments, select Definitive Screening, Analyze Definitive Screening Design. Select Quality and click Responses Y. Set Term Generator to Main Effects plus Quadratic. Click Select All. With 12 model terms plus the constant, there will be no degrees of freedom for error, so uncheck Residual Plots. Check Main Effects Plots. Click OK. SE coefficient, T, F, and P values are not available because error degrees of freedom is equal to 0. Note, length pseudostandard error is not applicable to 3-level definitive screening designs. The Pareto chart of term R² is also provided. From the Pareto chart, we can clearly see that A equals flour, D equals time, and E equals temp are the dominant main effects, along with the quadratic terms AA and possibly DD. Click on sheet DSD plots. The main effects plots for quality are shown. These are calculated from the fitted means and include curvature from the quadratic terms. Again, we can see that flour, time, and temp are the dominant factors affecting quality score. Now we will reanalyze the data, but only include flour, time, and temp with their quadratic terms. Plus we will add two-way interactions. The ability to do this for up to 3 terms is a feature of the definitive screening design, but only if effect sparsity is true, which does appear to be the case here. Click Recall SigmaXL dialog. Set the term generator as main effects plus two-way interactions plus quadratic. Using the Model Terms button, select the main effect terms flour, time, temp, the interaction terms flour and time, flour and temp, time and temp, and the quadratic terms flour, flour, time, time, and temp, temp. Check residual plots and uncheck main effects plots. Click OK. Now, the R-square, R-square adjusted, and R-square predicted all look very good. Main effects, flour, time, temp, the interaction, time, temp, and the quadratic terms flour, flour, and time, time are significant, with p-values less than 0.05. Note that while this is not an orthogonal design, for the higher order terms, the variance inflation factor, or VIF scores, are acceptable, less than 5. The Pareto charts of term R-square and standardized effects are also shown. Next, we'll refine the model using best subsets regression. Click Recall SigmaXL dialog. Click Advanced Options. Check stepwise Best Subsets Regression with the options as shown. With fewer than 15 potential terms, Best Subsets will evaluate all possible combinations, an exhaustive search, or minimum AICC. Click OK. The Best Subsets model removed the 2 insignificant interactions. Click on the sheet DSD Residuals. The top 4 residual plots look okay, with no obvious non-normality or patterns. The residuals versus flour show some possible inequality of variance, but we will not explore this further in this video. The residuals versus temp show some possible curvature, but we already tested temp, and found it to be insignificant. Click on the sheet DSD Model Quality. Scroll to the Predicted Response Calculator and Optimize button. Select Goal as Maximize. Click Optimize. Click Yes to paste the values. So flour equals 4.85 ounces, time equals 34.5 minutes, and temp equals 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Give the maximum cake quality score. Next, we'll create a contour surface plot to visualize the response with these settings. Click the Contour Surface Plots button. A new sheet that displays the plots is created. With 3 factors, 3 contour surface plots are created. The table with the hold values gives the values used to hold a predictor constant if it is not in the plot. In conclusion, we can see the power of definitive screening design, as Montgomery noted. These designs are an excellent compromise between resolution 3 fractions for screening and small RSM designs. They also admit the possibility of moving directly from screening to optimization using the results of a single experiment. This concludes the SigmaXL video tutorial for the definitive screening design. For more videos, visit www.sigmaxl.com or join us on YouTube. Thank you for watching.